Welcome to Fairfax with Fairfax. Follow us on our pilgrimage to the new world on YouTube, Keith Fairfax Comedy, Facebook, Keith Fairfax, and Instagram, Mr. Fairfax.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Once again, this is Fairfax with Fairfax. We're back. Not live, because you won't be seeing this live. This is Tuesday. You'll probably be getting it on a Friday, hopefully. Isn't that right, Landis?
Start your weekend off right.
Start your weekend off right with a little bit of shenanigans, some fun in the sun.
Nice.
The gentleman across from me is Joe Winchell.
Hey, everybody.
Got Landis on the ones and twos, the wheels of steel. Another day in the life.
Music is great. This is another good one.
You know what? Music I don't have to pay for. Music I won't get demonetized for playing.
This is pretty sweet.
Great stuff.
Yeah, I'm like, I was listening to it. I'm like, I've never felt more creative in my life right now.
Just sweet beats.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like it's one of those stations like you go into a lounge and it's just like you get the DJ coming in. This is 95.5, and you're on the morning drive, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. I'm here on the wheels of steel, just giving you those funky beats, ladies and gentlemen. Why don't you call in? Tell me what you're grooving on. We got a new segment coming up called, Hey, I'm driving and I'm eating. I almost hit the bitch in front of me. What was that I was eating?
Hi, yeah, my name's Chet. I'm having a pork sandwich right now. I just ran over some lady's cat, and I'm late to work.
That is like the perfect like morning radio music. Like I like every morning when my mom used to drop me off at school, like it was morning radio, and like we used to hear for like 20 minutes every morning, and it's always that. It's just like, call in and tell us what you're doing in traffic. Like bitch, I'm stuck and I can't get to work on time. What the fuck are you doing?
I mean, as far as a morning drive goes, I would always try to catch Opie and Anthony.
You got that? See, I had to listen to that later on the computer.
Yeah, but they were playing. It was like a rock and roll. They went on. I think they were on like NEW, and they were doing a rock. It was a rock and roll. It was a rock and roll station for the most part, and then they would come on and take up more time to eventually it was just O&A.
Yeah. Oh man, I used to like I remember like listening to Opie and Anthony just from like in my dad's garage and everything like that. Because my mom, like, not that my mom's like a prude, but I was like young and I'm like, she probably hates this. Like I remember thinking like she probably would hate this and everything.
Yeah, I mean it's they making fun of
everybody,
Bobo and Big A and things like that. And
that's
Stalker
actually
Patty. They're making fun of these people, and they got Patrice on there, Colin, all them. You got some of the funniest comics around in there. They're making fun of them, and they got women coming in and stripping.
Oh God! I heard. Honestly, because I got a friend who's like a big Howard Stern fan, right?
Howard Stern just re-signed.
He did re-sign.
Jeez.
He did that funny thing where he was like, and I've decided, and then he just goes dark.
Yeah, he did the Sopranos.
He did the Sopranos ending. It's a given. Of course he died, But, I was always, I never really listened to Stern. Like, I would watch the VH1 show, like the 20 minutes of him, like, fucking around with shit.
Yeah, I wasn't a big Stern guy either. I was an Artie Lang guy.
I love Artie Lang.
But I'm not going to listen to a whole Stern just to get what I wanted to get out of Artie Lang, and then Artie was in and out.
Yeah.
He had his issues. And then I found O&A, and I was like, I like
that was
this.
my thing too. I was an O&A guy. Like
because Jim Norton would be on there all the time, also, and they would just be kidding. He would bring on Voss.
That's how I found out about Patrice O'Neill the first time. I heard him on. He was like, I'm like, this is the funniest fucking dude I've ever heard in my life. He would just come on and talk ridiculous shit, like ridiculous shit.
It's wild. I loved it.
So I mean, those are the old days. Ever since I was like, there's no real. I mean, like I think that was the last like comedy radio duo show because I love Stern. I still listen to Stern now. Like when I got into it late, like you can't. If you like comedy anyway, you have to listen to some Howard Stern, in my opinion. It's fucking great, especially old Stern.
Old Stern, yeah. I mean, you get the clips on like YouTube and whatnot.
Yeah.
They the old Stern clips, they're just the funny. You know what I mean? Without everything else.
Well, I do. I mean, I got the Sirius XM thing, and they do like classic Stern, and I'm just like, this is great. Like, it's just the old stuff. Like, 'cause I didn't listen to it at the time, so it's like new for me anyway. Because I was an Opie and Anthony fan, but it's fucking great. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I mean,
but there's no guys like that. There's no like radio. Is radio dead? Is that it? Is that? I mean, look at us fucking on a podcast right now.
I listen to a couple. There's Rogan.
He's the guy now, I would say, right?
But like Tim Dillon always has an interesting.
Right, Tim Dillon.
He has always an interesting look at whatever's going on. I love Tim Dillon. Tuesdays with Stories.
That's right.
Joe List and Mark Norman.
Joe List, Mark Norman in particular, I love a lot. Joe List is
we both listen
hilarious.
to The Bonfire.
Yep, Big J. Ogerson, Dan Soder. But those are all guys that grew up listening to fucking.
But as far as like morning drive radio, I mean, I would go with Jim and Sam.
Oh, it's right.
Jim and Sam have. And then even before that, the Bennington Show is before that. Ron is still hilarious.
But they're not. I mean, that's what I mean. There's a bunch of them, but there's no one.
But I also used to listen to Ron and Fez.
Yeah, Ron and Fez.
Yeah, I used to listen to Ron and Fez also.
Man, fuck.
I mean, I would put like Boomer and Carton up there at one point in time.
Boomer and Carton I used to listen to constantly because that dude would make me laugh. And then I watched his documentary and I got sad.
No, but I get it though.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
But he was
It's
also like, he had that mentality. He's like, I'm going to go in there and be a fucking monster. That's what they want. And they did.
You have to feed the beast.
And who the fuck knew that the co-host thing would? Because didn't they make a point of being like, didn't think this fucking co-host ship would work out?
Yeah, I mean, tell you the truth, the way they have it set up now with him and Evan Roberts, it'd be better off if it was Gio and Evan. Their personalities play together better.
That's actually a good point.
And then it'd go back to Boomer and Carton. Like Gio and Evan are a much better fit than Evan and Boom and
I mean, Boomer and Carton is like such a slight. My dad constantly Boomer and Carton all the time on TV. It didn't matter. Would listen to it. I think he still they'll play classic episodes sometimes on like TV. He'll have that on all the time.
Yeah, it's like Evan sitting there in a face mask and Carton going off, about this, that, and the third.
Didn't he want something like? Didn't he ask for somebody else originally? Didn't he ask for like Phil Simms or like it was somebody else?
I didn't look that far into it.
I remember watching a documentary. It was like, I wanted this guy, but then they said, okay, well, here's who we got. And he goes, I think he actually said anybody but. Like,
yeah, I mean, him and Evan get along. It's just the chemistry could be better. That's all.
Yeah, but you're also like coming off of a really successful, like a really fucking successful.
A crazy run. Even with him and Joe. I mean, with Evan and Joe, even.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a crazy run.
I mean. It was a crazy one. When you come off a relationship like that, I think you're always going to be like, well, it's not what it was. I'm like, of course it's not what it was. This is new.
Yeah. I just like Evan because Evan was a caller who now is living the dream. That's such a crazy. To start out as just a person that calls into a radio station and then go from being a caller to getting the job, essentially, like being almost.
Isn't that what we all fantasize about? Isn't that why we call in anyway?
Yeah,
I have a friend that called into Howard Stern to do impressions, and I was like, "Did it work?" He goes, "No, I botched it. They said I was awful."
I mean, but that's the same thing with Anthony Cooney.
Yeah.
I mean, he would call in the Opie show and in different shows, and he would do impressions and shit like that, and like wacky impressions, and then Opie was just like, "Hey, why don't you come on the show?" And they started coming on more and more, and next thing you know, O&A.
I mean, it's also like you can't deny that there's some talent, and like especially with radio,
definitely.
Like a lot of these guys are voice guys.
Well, Anthony has, even though Anthony's not a comic, Anthony Cooney has funny bones.
Exactly, he gets
he
understands it enough to
like he's
not a comic at all. Like has he even like done any kind of stand-up?
No, I don't think he's ever done stand up at all. He's just a funny person. You know what I mean?
I like funny people, so that's great. But voiceover work like that, like a lot of that stuff, you come in, you do something funny. That's what I can get now. If you do one really good impression that people aren't used to.
He was a go getter though. He wouldn't got that job. He was
like
whenever he had
for that job. Okay,
it's like I couldn't put myself out there that much. Just because it
okay.
I don't know how to sleep at. Yeah, I don't know how to sleep at night. I mean, I'm vulnerable enough with the shenanigans I do on here. You know what I mean? But
yeah, I walk away sometimes being like, I feel like people know more about me than Keith sometimes. Like, it's like I'm like, here's all of my past discrepancies, and you're like, you keep talking, man. You don't have to know my shit.
No, I mean, my stuff is just so. I say it in like my comedy. I think
you do,
but I don't know. None of my stories make me look particularly great. It's like, hey, here's another story about how. I pushed it to the limit and fucked up, But
that's reality to me. Like, we all want to be the guy in the movie that's like, I came out on top. But most of the time, we fail hilariously. And then we want to tell our friends about it.
Like I said, and also it's just when you're used to having, I feel like I had a lot of good times. So if it's all a good time, you don't remember just the good times. If it was all a good time, so you just kind of have one good time and move on to the next good time and the next good time.
Yeah, then there's no good times. It's just you just lived.
But if somebody's with you that night, they were like, "Yo, remember that time we had?" And it's like, I have that same time with everybody. Really, I don't know. Like,
it's funny you say this. I was talking to my buddy about this concept the other day of just being like, the best stories we tell are the ones where things went completely wrong that night. Like the best stories are the ones where something got set on fire, someone got arrested, somebody got, somebody like I make a joke in my stand up about how like I see all my friends now that are married that I went to high school with, and they're like, they're all like the pretty pictures, and I'm like, I know how you guys met, like you puked on each other, and like Karen pissed on you by accident, and then you fell in love. Like it's always these. It never goes well. Like those are the parties that everybody talks about, though. Those ones where something goes wrong horribly. Someone I remember a party one time where the I didn't realize this till much later on, to be fair, before I say the discrepancy, but apparently the lady who owned the house got locked in a cage about halfway through the night, and I didn't know about it. And when we left the party, I was like, and the place got destroyed. It was awful. It was terrible. And like I had one psychotic friend who like kicked in a door. Like there was cheese everywhere. It went like cheese whiz everywhere at one point. Like not like haha, like everywhere, like caked on the walls. The door of the refrigerator had been, I think, ripped off or taken off.
Sounds like a good party.
It was a good party. Like I can't sit here and tell you it wasn't a great time, but you're sitting there going like, I'm really fucking happy this is at my house. Oh man.
I've been to so many parties where like somebody just was like, hey, I'm going to destroy their toilet.
Yeah.
I'm going to destroy, I'm going to rip something off the wall.
Yeah.
I've never
steal shit.
I've never gotten that energy to like want to, I mean, that's mostly at white parties.
You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I went to high school with a lot of angsty white kids, and I'm going to tell you.
At a black party, maybe more of the fisticuffs might be flying. You know what I mean? That's also a thing.
This is gonna sound exactly how it sounds because it's exactly right. Because we had enough parties where I remember one party where one kid, it was just everything was stolen. Like the house was destroyed. The parents smoked weed. Everybody knew they did, so they broke in. I don't mean break in. They kicked in a door. Mm-hmm. Not like I jimmied the lock.
Right.
I'm going to use this boot. I'm going to put my foot through it. Not my house. Who gives a shit? That mentality of fuck it.
I can't wait to put a hole in this drywall.
Exactly, man. And it was a huge fucking bag of weed. At least it was to me at the time. It was like 16 or 17. Mm-hmm. And everybody was just like, free weed. And I was like, awesome. Where'd you guys get this? Like, we got it upstairs. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Wow. And then somebody took the computer and it's funny you said drywall. Took the computer and actually threw it through the drywall, the one in the living room. The house got destroyed. It's just insane.
It's wild. I mean, I don't understand the.
It's fun to watch. I don't know if I could do that though.
It's just like, wow, you're destroying this guy's place.
Yeah.
It's not cool.
Is that you? Wait, Keith, I just imagine you being there, just with a joint being like, hey man, don't do that.
Yeah, I mean, unless even if you hate the person and while you're there, I just was never like, oh, let's destroy some shit.
Yeah, me neither, yeah.
You said me neither, yeah.
No, I mean, I've never, I like to do wild shit, but at my own expense. I was always about lighting myself on fire.
I could have been, have I been coasted into destroying a mailbox or two in my day as a youth?
Oh, absolutely. My cousin holds the record for it out in Springs.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like watching a mailbox explode in front of your face. That's
pretty cool.
That somebody put their heart, blood, sweat, and tears into, like a wooden one.
Yeah, the one that looks like a horse or some shit.
Yeah, some real pretentious shit.
One of those real elaborate ones that you can tell was made in the garage.
It's crazy. I hate it. And and then somebody just comes along and destroys all of your hopes and dreams.
Dude, I always laugh at that shit. I can't help it.
Man.
You're right though. It is, but I've never all the time. I used to. Maybe it was small town syndrome. There was definitely an innate tendency in a lot of kids I went to high school with to be like, well, let's just fuck this place up. Fuck it. Just deep seated anger that I didn't like I had depression. So I was just I'm so happy to be invited to a party. You know what I mean? I
mean, one time we were just sitting down on the couch and the kid across from me, he just had a regular pocket knife. I just hit the microphone.
It's all right.
And he just started stabbing the couch arm. Just
what kind of couch was it?
Leather cloth.
One? Oh, it's cloth.
You know what? It might have had something over it.
Like plastic?
No, it was definitely cloth. It had the cloth cover over it.
Oh, the slip. Yeah,
the slip. Yeah. You know what I mean? The arm cover and then under. But he was just stabbing his couch and he was just fuck this place. I was like,
I've seen that
why
before.
even? I don't understand.
Remember a kid just pissing in the corner?
Yeah.
Can't get in the bathroom?
But
yeah.
that might just be drunken tomfoolery than it is him trying to destroy the place. I mean,
but it is. I wouldn't argue that it's not destroying the place, though.
In a drunken stupor, I've peed in a corner.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
not in somebody's house, though. Not in somebody's house. But
not in somebody's house, no.
Broken windows several times.
Never broken a window.
Walked in on people fucking a lot. That was always fun. But in like the worst places.
Yeah, no, I would. Yeah, I would try to walk in on people fucking. So
Dude,
that
you're
way,
always trying to cop a peek.
Yeah, so that, well, the whole thing is just like then you can't deny it happened. I mean, people were just so weird about it. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Like people being like, "No, we didn't hook up," like that shit.
Right.
And you're like, "No, fuck that. I want to know."
And then also there's are you both consenting adults? You know what I mean? Like, did
you kick in the door like a cop, being like, "Are you of age?"
Half of my mind. No, just like is somebody getting taken advantage of in here?
All right, so you're trying to be superhero.
Yes, if it's my place, I
feel you.
Our frat's party or something like that.
Yeah,
I don't want. It's like.
Did you invite a lot of young girls around?
No, they were all from campus.
You know, a lot of date rape
I
friends.
don't think there was a high school around. What did you say?
Did you have a lot of friends who were date rapey?
No, but it was, in high school more than anything. Like, I remember in West Hampton, they had a couple kids who were just like, any chance I get, I'm taking it. You know what I mean? They had
I get you. I feel you, yeah.
Yeah, they had Casper from Kids vibe.
Just be quiet. It's Casper. That shit.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's Casper. Oh, God. That's a fucking movie.
Right.
Just, what kind of vibe you got? I'd say Casper from Kids.
Yeah.
You know what that means? So you should. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I mean, never any of that. See, everybody, because again, small town, I had a class of 60s. So everybody like paired up. So like, it was just I got the feeling that like they couldn't, like any chance they got to go like fuck or like finger each other, they probably wouldn't go did it.
Yeah, I was never big.
Like they were always like, everybody at parties were like, I'm just gonna go. We have to go do hand stuff now, like because we don't get to do this anyplace else. It's the only time we're gonna get to do this.
Yeah, my youth, I wasn't a big fingerer. Yeah, that wasn't my thing. I wasn't. Some people were that was their thing. They
I'm the king of the
king of fingering,
the king of the fling.
I mean, you know what? I give it to you. It's one step closer.
It's true. I mean? It's a base, isn't it? A base?
Closer. Yeah, it's one step closer. I would say, what's first base? Kissing.
Yeah.
Is that first base? Well, is it like feeling?
Second. No, getting to first base. Kissing is just playing the game.
So what's copying a feel?
I thought first base was copying a feel.
All right, so copying a feel is first.
So what's second base? Hand stuff?
Well, when is kissing? And kissing ain't third base.
I thought kissing was a given. Like kissing didn't count. Is first base kissing?
I thought third base was like a blowjob.
That's what I thought. Home run is full sex, right?
Yeah. Home run would be full sex.
So then it's got to go kissing, hand stuff, mouth stuff, fucking, right?
Kissing.
First, second, third, home run.
Yeah, kissing, hand stuff, mouth
Landis,
stuff.
look up the rules of playground bullshit, please.
That sounds about right, though. Yeah,
that's got to be it.
Because
right. That was like a thing when I was a kid.
Yeah, it's nothing like.
I had a couple. Future fucking frat boys in my.
Did you ever fully clothed on ejaculate?
Oh, dry humping?
Yeah.
Yeah, my first girlfriend ever did that to me.
Yeah, that's a crazy.
She was a fucking like. I mean, hats off. This is no way, but she was like really hot with that shit.
It's like a dry shot.
Yeah, but it was good, man. It was good. I remember, and I was like 16, and she was like, "I'm gonna show you a whole new fucking world." Like she wanted to open my mind up.
An over the pants handy. At that point in time, like 6th grade, 7th grade, over the pants. But I literally I remember in 5th grade, I was still like, yeah, girls got cooties, man, get away from me. And then
what was the switch? That's a good question.
I started hanging out with more black kids.
Oh wait, so it was like I was hanging out with white kids, and
they were like, cut that gay shit out.
What is wrong with this guy? Why is he being all gay?
Yeah, it's like we don't do that stupid shit around here. It's like we play hide and go get it now. It's like, what's that?
Oh my God! Yeah. What do you put your finger in it?
Yeah, it's like whoa, this is crazy.
We play it, go get it.
Yeah, I was like, wow, guys, this is extreme.
So you went to a bigger school. See, we were just when I was a kid, it was like there's 5 of you, 5 of us. There's 6 of there was like the guy to girl ratio was just there was more guys. So if you didn't have anybody, I didn't want to go below me, like a grade below me.
I thought you meant blow
So-
me.
no,
I
no,
was
no,
like,
no,
you
no.
didn't want to go blow
I'm
me.
sorry.
was
I
like,
realized how that sounded when I fucking said it.
Yeah, you didn't want to go.
I don't want to
below.
blow myself because I thought it was weird to be that alone.
I hear you.
But I
a
didn't.
little
A lot of guys
self-satisfaction.
dated like a couple girls that were like the grade below me.
Yeah, I dated a younger chick for a couple of years, like the same chick. Like we dated for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And just like off and on, like almost all of high school. Yeah, it's pretty wild actually now that I think about it.
You had a long-term girlfriend in high school, Keith?
Off and on.
Off and on. See, I didn't. I had one girlfriend when I was 16. I felt lucky. I always refer to her as my space camp girlfriend because she was legitimately from North Carolina. She lived out here in the summer.
Oh, I forgot you told me that bullshit story before. All right,
Go fuck yourself, dude.
I hear you.
Hope your dick falls off one day. Anyway, yeah, that happened, and then that was it. That was that. She broke up with me the day after I graduated.
At least she let you have that.
I did. She did, and she was hot. Like, and I mean, like, she was like, she showed me a whole new world. She exposed me and turned me into the pervert I am today.
She exposed you. She put a little something in the stink.
No, she was in the public shit.
All right.
Like legit, that real thing. Like,
She must have come from a broken home too. Then,
no,
right?
she didn't shock me though. Like, she didn't like jerk me off and stick like two knuckles up there, like just to be like, wow.
She was like, "Look at me, mommy, wow."
She's like, call me daddy. What's happening? What's happening?
In my past life, I was Earl.
Oh no! The tits are worth it.
She was like, "No one can tug a man like a man can tug a man."
There's probably some truth to that, but I don't want to know that truth. I don't want to know that.
Fucking, what was that? I was looking at all this shit on the news this morning, and I was just like I was slowly just getting angry. I was just like getting madder and madder and madder, and I'm like, is this a big deal? Is it not a big deal?
Oh, the vaccine stuff you're talking about?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm like, all right, in Europe, Britain,
England has it.
England
has it. Yeah,
they're administering it. They have it, and they're giving and it's people are shooting up.
I say it's my stand-up. Stop watching the news. It's just going to piss you off.
No, but it's just like, why are we dragging our feet?
Is this the way this fucking place works, man?
A couple of days ago, they were like, "Oh, we're gonna get together on the 10th." I'm like, "Why the 10th? Like, you're not on a regular work week. You get together on Sunday and figure this shit out."
It seems like a big deal too. If like someone came to me and said like, "Hey, you've got like 2 days to live, but we can only get you in the office in the next 3 days," I'm like, "Okay, well, what the fuck does that mean?"
I just don't like this this very lazy attitude about like we'll get together when we decide to get together, and then we'll administer when we want to administer. So what the?
We'll do it when we feel like doing it. But it's been that way for the entire duration of this thing.
But I think that was also Trump pushing to get this out there, pushing like they wanted to make hurdle after hurdle. And Trump was the one that kind of was pushing this like, hey, let's get this done. Let's get this out there.
I don't know. I don't know enough about.
From what I saw,
Like
he seemed like the one that was more in the forefront of like, come on, let's get this rolling. Let's get this vaccine.
I can kind of believe that actually because he came in with like it's not a big deal.
Right.
So why why would you say it's not a big deal if there wasn't some kind of solution?
Right.
Like I'm not like a Trump guy, but like I could see that scenario where that's probably true. I could definitely see that.
I'm not anybody's guy. I'm not a Trump guy or a Biden guy. I'm not anybody's guy. What makes sense? It makes
Nothing
sense
makes
to get
sense.
It makes sense to get the vaccine out, but also I'm not gonna be.
I'm not taking that first dose.
I'm not taking the first dose either, but I want to get the guinea pigs out. You got to send the
there's
herd.
some things you're gonna have to do to be mandatory. It might be mandatory to do something. You're gonna take it.
They can't make you do it. They can take away your options other places in life, so that way you have no choice but to do it if you want to do certain.
That's
shit.
really the government's good at manipulating, not so much just kind of pushing you in that direction.
Yeah, they're good at just here. We'll escort you. We'll herd you this way.
Yeah.
We don't want. Yeah, we want to herd you over here. Yeah, they're very good at that. I give you that.
Yeah. It's not necessarily everybody's like, they're taking away your rights. And I'm like, no, they're not. They take away the other things and steering you towards this right.
Right. I mean, just like if they want you to make the drinking age a certain level, they want you to make the drinking age a certain age in your state. Like, all right, we won't give you money to pave your highways then if you don't do it.
Yeah, there it is.
It's like,
that's also business 101, isn't it?
Right. It's give and take.
It's like scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, bro.
But it's like they have the leverage though. It's like, what can I take from you then? You know what I mean? The leverage. If you have the leverage, they can't say, well,
exactly.
If you
Nothing's
take
for free.
away our funding for highways, then we'll what? What are you gonna do? Nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
You lay down, get down or lay down. And that's what you could do. You can either get down or you can lay down.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the choices. It's like, okay, you can die, or you can have this and be fine. You can not have this and die.
Then it's just like, Rudy Giuliani had it, which is funny. The greatest way
so funny that he
like
had
2020 truly going out with a bang with Rudy Giuliani catching.
And he's been a
Giuliani
hit of entertainment the last couple of months. He spoke at my graduation and he does not look the same. Like,
was he? Did you leave your graduation feeling like Rudy led us? Like he just led us to a new beginning.
You want to be honest? I didn't fucking pay attention to anything. I had sunglasses on the whole time. I smoked a joint with my buddy who had no clothes under his robe beforehand because he had like boxer shorts.
So he was at your high school graduation or college graduation?
High school graduation.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is going back about fucking 13 years almost. Yeah.
What high school? Sag Harbor.
Pearson High School.
Did he go there or some shit?
I don't honestly, dude. I remember hearing this and I'm like, why the fuck is Rudy Giuliani coming out here to speak? We're 60 people. It's not like a large high school graduation. It was like a small town. To this day, I'm like, somebody fucking made a phone call and just got him to do it. Like some girl.
Probably one of his biggest supporters is.
It's probably some school district shit out there.
Right.
But yeah, he did come. There was a high school graduation, and I was just like, and he just looks different. He looked like that, and he looked like the mayor of New York. Like I understood. I'm like, he looks like what a mayor of New York. I don't know what he said. I can't remember what he said. I wasn't fucking paying attention. I was stoned. But like I remember thinking, I'm like, that dude looks like he, is the mayor of the city of New York. Definitely does. Like that's what it perceives to me. Seems confident, stands up straight, and now he seems like I don't know, like a party gremlin or whatever the fuck. Like whatever the fuck he just doesn't.
Like he bought a little bit too much of his own shit.
I think he did too.
Yeah,
like I'm not.
You start buying in, and you're like, well, this lie I gotta live. So and then it's like, wait, you know what? I am right. This. But
you ever watch videos of him when he was taking on the mafia? This is a fucking confident, like well-spoken man.
Yeah,
He's fucking knows exactly what he's doing.
Listen, him and Bloomberg cleaned up the city. I give it to him.
They did.
I can't take that away from him. There used to be prostitutes in Times Square.
There was prostitutes in fucking on the Long Island Railroad as you were going into the city to get a head start.
There was drug dealers and prostitutes in Times Square.
Crack now was so easy to get.
Now there's the naked cowboys, the closer you get to prostitution, and then you have the Disney Elmo characters, kind of.
Those are kind of prostitutes, but a different kind.
They're prostituting something different.
They're prostituting themselves in a different way. I don't know. I feel like if you go up to one of those guys and be like, so how much the fuck is Elmo? I feel like if you went up to him and be like, you want to make some money?
Yeah.
Like, I'll make some money. Come here.
It's, I'm pretty sure. I feel like the naked cowboy probably prostitutes himself out to some extent.
That guy, I think he makes money. That's how he makes money, though. Isn't he have like a YouTube page and everything? He's like very.
Right. He's famous enough.
Yeah, he makes money on the whole naked cowboy thing.
It's just, the commitment level to that is wild.
Yeah, and the rip-offs. He's got rip-offs. Naked cowgirl, old lady with saggy titties.
What was her name? I remember the old lady.
I feel like it's Grace or some shit.
No, she was on O&A all the time too.
She was.
Yeah, she was on.
That's right.
Damn, it's gonna. You know what? We got to take a break soon anyway. I'm gonna look it up because that's gonna bother me. I really.
Dude, you're delving into old O&A. You're making me nostalgic as fuck right now.
I remember her, she would always get into arguments with people. I remember she said Richard Pryor raped her.
That's not true.
Yeah, it's not true.
That's just not true. It's not true.
Yeah, she said Richard Pryor raped her. It was funny.
That's not true at all.
She just threw it out there she was like, "Yep, it happened."
What's funny is it's like Richard, isn't he dead now? Like, did she say that when he was still alive?
No, he was dead.
Yeah, like what do you gain?
Actually, no, he might have been alive, but he was fucked up.
He was because he had the stroke or something, right?
Right. Yeah, but we'll figure that out.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. This is the first half of Fairfax with Fairfax. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back right after this and play you out to the cool tunes of whatever the hell we were just listening to before that I'm going to play again right now. Let me Wondering who that is? That's the lovely sound of Will Smith. Just bringing Christmas cheer to your hearts. And today I come to you as but a humble servant. I don't come to you as Marcus, the neighborhood warlord. I come to you as Marcus, the community leader. And I want to let you know that as the head of the Black Santa Claus Union, that we will not be shut out this year. We will be at your white malls, your Puerto Rican churches, your Jewish mausoleums, your cathedrals. We will be everywhere this year, okay? And the rules are a little different this year, 2020 involved and whatnot. Your little children will not be sitting on our laps. I will not pick them up. I do not want them to mess up my hair. I do not like the way children smell. So what I'm going to have them do is stand next to me about 3 feet apart, and you can take a picture for $37. $37 gets you one regular photo and a negative for at home. You can make duplicates of for you and your family. They send that as a Christmas card or something. I don't know, whatever you want to fucking do it. Okay? So just know that you'll be seeing us around. They will look kind of like me, very debonair, very dapper. Dressed to impress as always. We always dress to impress. We love the kids. We want the little children to see that, he's just not just a white man from the North Pole who could be Santa and deliver Christmas cheer. Sometimes, your local neighborhood warlord can do that too. Okay, so don't forget about that now. This year, don't forget to donate. If you want to slip me a $20 up as a tip afterwards, we accept tips. It will not be going to a local charity. It'll be going to a charity called My Pockets. My Pockets is all the money that you give will be inserted into My Pockets. So, yes, you're welcome for that. And I'll be seeing you this Christmas season to spread cheer. Thank you. Goodbye now. Just take the bass for a walk.
Take the bass for a walk. Grab that leash. Take it for a walk. Grab that leash.
And this is round 2 of Fairfax with Fairfax. And we're back at it. And the name that I was looking for was Sandy Kane.
Oh, the naked cowgirl.
Yes, big
Actually,
titted.
just looking at pictures. Yeah,
Big titted,
saggy, big titted.
and just cartoonish.
Yeah.
She's a cartoonish looking ghoul
Yeah,
of a creature, and she's foul mouthed, and she just argues with everybody, and
she reminds me of like a Simpsons character.
Yeah.
Like that. Like she sounds like something that like the cat lady, like that.
Right.
Like that shit.
she gets into like arguments with the naked cowboy, and like that's her like biggest rival in life is like the naked cowboy.
But like you're not winning that war. Like here's the thing. Like the guy with the naked cowboy was like a hot guy. He was a handsome dude,
Yeah.
right? Like I get it. It's a gimmick. Whatever. Take pictures in Times Square. I don't give a shit.
He can play a little guitar.
Yeah, why the fuck not, man? Yeah. But half the allure of taking a picture, if I'm right, is the fact that it's a naked man, like essentially, except in boxer briefs,
Yeah.
and a cowboy hat with a 6-pack, long hair.
Got the whiteys on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If I was a middle-aged housewife, I'd be like, I'll take a picture with you. And as men, this is what we get.
Listen,
There's been a couple naked cowgirls. There's actually been quite a few good-looking naked cowgirls.
Listen, I'm pretty sure the naked cowboy knows how to make a set of britches get sloppy.
Oh,
But,
he definitely does.
but,
What kind of ass do you think that guy gets? You think he's married? I don't remember if he's married or anything, but there had to have been a time. Like
I
in the
assume
early.
he does well. I would have to assume that he does well for himself.
I mean,
Yeah.
he keeps paying for that gym membership, so
I mean, he does guitar, and he also has like the balls to
have his
like-
balls out.
yeah, to be like naked and like just.
I got lost in the music too. I see.
Yeah, I just realized it was still playing in the back.
Like, oh shit, this is soothing as fuck. Shit.
Another guitar riff.
But dude, he played music. Like he plays music. He fucking like I've been in Times Square. He's been there, and he's got like a crowd of people around him. He's playing like Country Road, Take Me Home or some shit. Or then he would mix it up. I remember like he started doing like Lady Gaga songs at one point.
Yeah, he's good. Like I said, he's not great.
For Times Square, he's good.
Yeah, he can play. Yeah.
You know? So like I said, this is, God, Sandy Kane. That woman is horrifying looking.
Yeah.
She looked like Jessica Rabbit if she was on heroin for 30 years straight.
Yeah, and I don't even like that cartoonish, like, I can't get with that.
Do you remember There's Something About Mary?
Yes.
The grandma or the woman who lived in the house. Remember with he looks at her tits by accident?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what she looks like. Saggy, old woman. Looks like she smokes about a pack and a half of Kents a week. A minute.
Yeah, she's quite the beast. And she's just like very aggressive and like
aggressive with like, take a picture with me.
And then we'll like call you like a bitch also. You know what I mean? Like she'll also start with you.
I'm sorry, I can't. I have to get to my father's funeral. Well, fuck you, you motherfucker.
Yeah, she'll also say like fighting words to you. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't. My son's graduating in 5 minutes. Like I can't. It's like, well, fucking knock your goddamn twat off right now, sister.
And it's like, she can't do an OnlyFans.
No, she probably has one.
What does she do now?
OnlyFans is an amazing, magical thing, and it's great that so many women want to show their pussies to the world. I mean that.
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
But I'm not buying her OnlyFans.
Yeah, I don't want to see Sandy Kane.
I've thought like we've all been like, maybe, I might buy that. Maybe I want to see. Maybe if I'm drunk, I'll see it.
I mean, listen, this thing between our legs, it'll make us do crazy, wild.
Probably looks like a nest of fighting tarantulas. Jesus fucking Christ.
Women don't know like how good they got it. Like not how good they got it, but it's like they have to deal with some shit called estrogen, which is wild.
Yeah, it's absolutely 100%.
You know what I mean? Like estrogen is wild to deal with because I don't know. Like I did a bad cycle of roids one time, and
you were on roids?
Yeah, like when I was younger, and my estrogen levels went through the roof, and I just had like sore tits and like
you had bitch tits? They're not bitch tits, but you know what I mean.
Sore nipples, and I couldn't fucking like rationalize my theories.
What do you mean you couldn't rationalize your theories?
It was like I want this, but as soon as I get that, I don't want it. It's just like I had very irrational thoughts. My feelings were very irrational. Yeah.
Is this true?
Yeah, I did it for like 2 weeks. Yeah.
So wait, you had like did you have to like sleep on your back?
No, I just kind of felt like
the blanket's too much. My nipples are really bugging me.
It was like I was always cold. And
were you like 16, 17?
I was like 16. Yeah, I was like 16.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
I mean, I did coke for the first time when I was 17. I don't know. That's wild.
Yeah, I tried some of the sauce.
I tried some of the just to see. Did you ever? You were like, all right.
I did it over a summer, so it was like I was trying to like I was like, oh, do I want to? Somebody told me it could help you heal. Also, I was like coming off a bad injury, so I was trying to like heal. Also,
oh, so this was like medical steroids. You weren't like
these
wasn't like Chinese shows.
No, these were shit. A friend's father's steroids.
Did you get a fucking shot in the ass or some shit?
No, it's all pills.
Oh, this wasn't like a Chinese shit.
No, this wasn't. What's that Schwarzenegger?
Which one?
The one where he's bodybuilding. One of his first ones.
Oh, it's the one where he was doing the Olympics. It's the Mr. Universe one. It's Pumping Iron.
Yeah, Pumping Iron. Yeah. It's not Pumping Iron. It's just like you want to be the best.
Yeah.
Just making fun of Lou Ferrigno the whole time.
Oh, Lou, I didn't know you were gonna be here. He fucking shits on Lou Ferrigno in that movie. Hilarious. Like I'm like Arnold's funny. Like
he treats Lou Ferrigno like Wendy Williams treats all of her guests.
Like garbage.
Yeah. Anyone who's an equal, she treats not an equal, but like somebody on her show, she just treats them like shit.
No, it's always a step below. I understand. No, you're right because Arnold Schwarzenegger would. He would fucking be relentless to him, and then you'd watch because in that documentary they show Ferrigno training, and at the time you're like, all right, you see why Ferrigno was like a viable competition to him. He was incredible. He was like a big, strong dude.
Right.
But he was like screaming. He's like, he would do the reps. He would start like screaming. He's like, Arnold, but he's deaf. Yeah. So it sounds like Arnold.
He had
But there was so much passion and rage in it.
He sounds the same way. What's that character from Family Guy they make fun of all the time?
Greased up deaf guy?
No, they have a deaf woman that they have on Family Guy all the time.
Oh God,
she's a woman in real life who's deaf, and they make fun of her all the time. They have the character.
I can't remember. You're right. You're absolutely right. I can't remember. Hey, yo, look that shit up. Look up deaf character. It's not greased up deaf guy. Is it
deaf woman on Family Guy?
Yeah, they make fun of her all the time.
Yeah,
It's the thing when Stewie has a roommate with her. It's like, you got to hear those things slapping out of there, right? She can't hear herself. Hi, Stewie. Marley Matlin.
Yeah, that's
it.
What
Yeah,
Marley Matlin. Yep.
Oh my God. Yeah, he talks some ridiculous shit in that. But you took steroids, so let's go back to that.
Speaking of the pitches, we were talking about the HBO Max.
Yo,
they changed. They're doing the Lord's work.
They're showing their huge streaming dick is what they're doing.
They're doing the Lord's work is what they're doing.
Oh man!
As soon as they put it on HBO Max, I get it on my little legal website where I get to watch it for free. Yes.
Oh shit! Look, naked cowgirls. Anyway,
yeah.
Let's see here.
So
but HBO. You talking about the movie drop that they did?
Yes. So what's in the store? So what do we got coming out for free? Of the moving funny pitches,
dude. You've got so much fucking shit coming out. Like they did fucking. I don't know what they just decided to like completely change the game and drop like an entire year's worth of movies. Yeah, this is it. All right, this is every movie right here.
Stall a little more.
I'm stalling because I was like naked cowgirls,
Jesus
and then I went down a porn
just,
hole.
You,
all right, so the first thing we're getting,
stall.
dude, shut the fuck up. I'm talking.
All right, come on, fire.
All right, so the little things. January 29th is the first one to come out. I believe
what the fuck is the little thing?
Starting off in 2021 will be the release of John Lee Hancock's crime thriller, The Little Things. The gritty drama centers on Kern County Deputy Sheriff Joe Deacon, played by Denzel Washington.
Deacon?
His name's Deke. Well, no, it's Joe Deacon. His nickname's Deke. He's not Deacon. That would be
somebody was really proud of themselves in the writers' room when they did that too. They were really proud of themselves when they do that.
Oh, man, you're shitting on Denzel.
Hey guys, listen, for sure, we're gonna call him Deacon.
So he's sent to Los Angeles and quickly becomes involved in the investigation into a serial killer terrorizing the City of Angels, teaming up with Rami Malek.
So they're doing a remake of what was the thing with the Bone Collector?
That movie was dope. I love it.
Yeah, they're doing a remake of the Bone Collector.
But he was paralyzed in that, wasn't he?
Yeah, well, no, he's just able-bodied.
So he's going to be, what was his name, like Rip or something like that in it?
Well, he's black, so technically he's already paralyzed. Have you not been through 2020?
No, I've seen TV.
All right.
Anyway, I've watched TV over the last. I've read any book.
I can't believe that Denzel's coming out with a new. I didn't even hear of this movie. All right, so that's a Denzel flick. So
it's also Jared Leto's in it, and that's pretty much else who I know you would know. I mean, unless you know Sofia Vasileva.
Well, I definitely don't know that name.
Okay.
I mean, nobody knows that name.
Tom and Jerry comes out after that. It's about Tom and Jerry.
Is it live action?
Yeah, it's live action. I think they're Roger Rabbit in this shit. We finally come to the big screen and small screen when the longtime rivalry between the iconic cat and mouse brings the pair to a breaking point. They go their separate ways. Oh, they're breaking up in this. They don't like each other anymore.
Did they like each other to begin with? I mean,
no, but that was maybe they're breaking. I don't know. Like I said, I think they're Roger Rabbing it. Like maybe they're breaking up from like working together. Like they're, right. You know what I mean? The last of all 2 years before Tom and Jerry cross paths once again. So they break up and get back together. That's what this is about. It's a romantic comedy with a cat and a mouse.
The Beatles.
And after that is The Many Saints of Newark, which is with no way of continuing this. Is this the Sopranos thing? With no way of continuing the saga of Tony Soprano after the season finale of The Sopranos that people are still talking about more than 13 years later, David Chase will soon release the Alan Taylor-directed prequel. This is the prequel. This is the Sopranos prequel, dude.
Oh, all right. I thought that was going to be a little bit ways away. All right.
It's called The Many Saints of Newark.
Cool.
Wow. All right. So that's coming out. And
It's called the what?
Michael Gandolfini is playing the younger version of the character of his father.
What's the name of the movie called?
It's called The Many Saints of Newark. I didn't even know this was...
that name sucks.
That name sucks. Why not just call it The Sopranos year one?
The Many Saints?
Or just call it Tony.
Yeah, that name is
This
garbage.
sucks. They're trying to be fucking.
Yeah, that name is garbage.
Hey, what's your movie about? It's about Tony Soprano. What do you want to call it? I don't know. Let's call it The Seven Leagues of Saint Elsewhere.
Get to some thrillers or something.
All right,
It's
what we got
something
after that?
Something to really tweak my tits.
We got Hugh Jackman movie coming out. We got Lisa's Joy.
I got not and skip.
Okay. Here we go. Godzilla versus Kong. That is coming out in May 21st, 2021.
How are they setting up the synopsis of this one? How are they setting this one up?
You trying to sound like a fucking neckbeard? Is that your thing? Warner Brothers Monster Slugfest that everyone has been waiting for. Godzilla vs. Kong will finally come to theaters. Blah, 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 blah. We'll see the two iconic titans square off after years of anticipation, but the showdown between Godzilla and Kong isn't the only fight with long-lasting implications. There is another human element that could threaten the very existence of life and Millie Bobby Brown and Alexander Skarsgård, because they are in the cast of this movie. That's the whole plot.
I mean, that's good. I mean,
It's a
I'll
monster
watch
movie.
it.
I just
Yeah,
want
I'll
to watch them.
it.
I mean,
Yeah.
I just want to watch them beat the shit out of each other.
I wonder if those two monsters will do the monster mash.
Wouldn't that be great if that's how the movie ended? That was at least the title.
You didn't think you'd hear that today.
Thank you. I'll be here all night. Don't forget to tit your waitress. This is Keith Fairfax and Friends Variety Show. So after that, The Conjuring 3 is coming out. That's like Christian superhero shit. So I don't care.
Really.
Yeah. In the Heights. Don't care about that either.
Nope.
Space Jam 2.
Nope.
Come on, let me read it.
Nope.
Let me read the
Nope.
synopsis. You
Nope.
love LeBron James.
Don't like LeBron James.
He's like your best friend. You talk about him all the time. You're like, I want pictures of him on my wall. He's my
Never
favorite
heard
player, and
those words.
on the best team. They just won the championship,
Never
right?
heard those words ever in your life. All right, so skip.
You always talk about King James. Long live the king. Suicide Squad, August 6th. Dude, shut up and let me do this. Every time, just sit and be an old man for 5 minutes. I'm going to talk about this for a second. All right, that's exactly what my dad sounds like. I'm going to have to feed him at night. You're doing the part great. One of the biggest movies to come out of HBO Max, the long-awaited release of James Gunn's Suicide Squad. It's actually a sequel to the Last Suicide Squad. It's got Margot Robbie, Joel Kinnaman, Jai Courtney. They're all coming back. Idris Elba's in it. And John Cena, Alice Braga, Nathan Fillion. And there's like 30 more people in this. Awesome. Can't wait to see
Nathan
that.
Fillion?
Yeah, there's like fucking 30 people in it.
Like FX star?
Yeah, man.
Nathan Fillion?
Yeah, FX star Nathan Fillion. And what's his name? Rooker's in it too. And what's his name from SNL that nobody likes, but everybody says they do? Pete Davidson.
Oh. All right. I like Pete Davidson.
Pete Davidson's in it. Also, what's her name? Fucking Viola Davis is in it. There's like they're leaving like half.
She played a very good. What the hell's her name? Who runs Suicide League?
Squad.
Who runs Suicide Squad?
Amanda Waller.
Amanda Waller. She played a very good Amanda
she's
Waller.
playing that part again. Yeah. Playing that part again. But James Gunn did Guardians.
Right. I mean, I get it. Listen, it's just they got to do better.
You've been let
than they
down
did
a lot in your life, haven't you?
by these movies. Yes.
Yeah, I understand. That's all right. And then Dune comes out after that, which I don't know if you give a fuck about, but like
D-U-N-E?
yeah, Dune.
Yeah.
The Jason Momoa one with all them. They're doing like the big ass adaptation now. You like fantasy shit, don't you?
Yeah, I like fantasy shit. I'll probably watch that.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like they've got like
they're remaking it.
They're just adapting the book because you've ever seen the original. It's not really. I don't want to nerd out in this fucking thing because I understand, but like the first Dune is not like it's fun to watch, but not because it's an amazing film.
Right, I got you. Yeah.
So Jason Momoa, Javier Bardem, Dave Bautista's in it, Zendaya from Spider-Man's in it, Stellan Skarsgård tearing it up, and then King Richard starring Venus and Serena Williams, two of the most dominant figures. Fuck that. Who is Will Smith playing? King Richard features Will Smith as a native son of Shreveport, Louisiana, who transformed the face of. He's playing it. This is a tennis player movie with Will Smith.
Yeah, nothing.
Oh, and then after that, I guess they're capping the year off with Matrix 4.
I mean, that's a big one. That's a biggie.
That's a huge.
See, that's probably the only one of those movies that you named that I'd really want to see in a movie theater anyway.
And then after that is Judas and the Black Messiah. And the assassination of the Black Panther Illinois chairman Fred Hampton was brought up briefly in the trial of Chicago 7. One of the most shocking events and what it led to in the city of Chicago in the second half of the 20th century will be examined thoroughly in the upcoming drama Judas and the Black Messiah. Yep, that's what it's about. And I think that's the last. No! Holy shit! Mortal Kombat 2021.
It depends on who's doing it.
James Wan.
Oh, all right.
Dude, this has been like his big producing project and everything. He's been hiring everybody.
It should be a lot of no names.
They are. It's all fucking like martial arts guys.
It should be a lot of no names.
It's supposed to be rated R, so they're gonna fucking murder the shit out of each other.
I don't want to see like Michael Jai White. I don't want to see
That's what everybody wants, though. I don't understand. I hate fucking.
I don't want to see the Expendables, but Mortal Kombat. You know what I mean? I don't want to see the Expendables Mortal Kombat edition.
And well, what do you mean? Like there's just a bunch of like movie stars? No, make them. No, I agree.
A bunch of action stars.
Because stars don't make because the Expendables is the Expendables. You can't do that with everything. That movie exists for that reason.
Like if you want to make Cena Guile, okay,
that kind of works.
You know what I mean? But then from there, it's like, all right, let's get creative.
I feel like that works better with Street Fighter because it was always the more cartoony of the two fighting games. Like Mortal Kombat was much more bloody and everything.
Right.
So you could probably do better off using unnamed actors because there's also a bunch of ninjas with their face covered anyway. Like who the fuck cares? Like I don't want to see I want to see Sub-Zero. I don't want you to take the mask off. Right. Sorry, I'm just being honest. Like if you're gonna play Scorpion, play Scorpion. He didn't take his fucking mask off in the video game.
That's always something.
Yeah, well, that's it. Oh, and then after that is Those Who Wish Me Dead, which is fans of gritty neo-westerns from Taylor. Did you see Hell or High Water? Sicario or Yellowstone? Sicario was fucking dope.
Yeah, so Sicario, I like Sicario 2 was dope too.
Yeah, I didn't get to see the second one. First one was awesome.
Yeah,
so this is one of those. This is one of those movies. Or for some good news, former Sons of Anarchy writers' next feature, Those Who Wish Me Dead, starring Angelina Jolie, Nicholas Hoult, Tyler Perry, and John Berthenol.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I don't like that cast.
It's a weird. What a grouping of people.
I feel like they paid a lot of money to get it.
Here's the thing. Two of them like make sense with one group, and then the other two make sense, but all 5 or 4 of them don't make sense together. That's weird. All right. Will be released in HBO Max and in theaters at some point in 2021. This female-driven thriller follows the witness to a murder as they are being chased by 2 assassins in the Montana wilderness that is being consumed by a wildfire. Holy shit.
Wildfires do happen. I mean, we can't no longer pretend like that's just like, a part of the country that none of us know about anymore. It's like, oh.
And there's a movie called Malignant coming out after that.
Sounds
Not
like
much is known about this movie at this time, aside from its cast, which includes Annabelle Wallis, Jake Abel, and George Young, to name a few. Originally scheduled. It's a horror movie, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Cry Macho, 2021. And then there is the Clint Eastwood neo-Western drama, Cry Macho. That follows a one-time rodeo star, of course, and horse breeder, of course, Eastwood, as he seeks out redemption on an epic horseback, just sounds dope as shit, horseback journey through Mexico and the American Southwestern with the young son of his former boss, based on N. Richard Nash's 1975 novel of the same name. The movie has been one of the projects Eastwood has circled the most throughout his career. Apparently, he's been trying to make this for a while. Yeah, it's based on a book. My dad showed me like a bunch of Clint Eastwood Westerns when I was a kid.
Yeah, Clint Eastwood's in my top 3 favorite actors, actually.
He's a great director, too. And that is, I think, it. Yep, that is it. That is all the movies that we're getting. It's a big fucking slate.
Yeah.
And you're getting them, like, cheaper. I mean, you're going into the movies. I don't want the movies to go away by any stretch of me, because I do enjoy the experience. And like you said, there's like a couple movies in there that I'm like, I feel like seeing that in a big screen is a better fucking choice.
Right.
Like Matrix, definitely one of them. Honestly, Kong versus Godzilla, because it's two giant monsters.
That I would probably like to see in the movie theater.
I'm not going to get mad, but I'd rather see it.
But I mean, I got 70 inches of fun out there. I can make it. I can make it happen.
Yeah, no, I'm saying but I think some things like with sound and shit like that. Mm-hmm. But I don't know, man. But I know that they also they're in the middle. I think they're about to go into a legal lawsuit with some of the directors of these movies.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want my movie, especially if I'm a first time.
They didn't know about it.
Well, you can't do like red carpet shit or anything anyway, so I get that part of it.
I don't know. Like, I think this is what I think's going to happen, because a lot of them, I guess, they're like, well, we didn't know the movie was being released. Like James Gunn, who's doing Suicide Squad, which, I mean, that's huge. You're getting subscriptions alone based on that. Like, even if you're not excited about it, like there's a lot of other people that are. And like they're like, this will give us a bunch of subscriptions, like that. Like, it's immediately. Now they're like, we're going to become the biggest streaming service in the world overnight, essentially. That's what they're trying to do. So I think like some movies may leave, but I also think that other people just want more money.
As a business move, good business move.
Amazing business move.
You know.
But I see why they're mad.
Right, yes. I totally get why they would
Fuck
be
you,
upset.
pay me is what it really comes. That's what there's like. I don't. As soon as they cut a check, they'll be like, we're on HBO Max now. It's cool. Like,
Wild.
yeah, we talked about it. Everything's cool now. Like James Gunn's got a fucking HBO Max shirt on. They're gonna nab one of those big movies.
Yeah.
They're gonna keep. I know like Legendary who made Kong versus Godzilla. WB's distributing it. Legendary was like the first one to step up and be like, wait a minute, we didn't approve of any of this.
Yeah, I mean, what's also great is that with all these new seasons coming in, I mean, I can't wait to see Elliot Page in the Umbrella Academy season 3 coming up.
So here's the thing about this that I really enjoy is I know a lot of people that had crushes on Ellen Page.
Ellen Page, I don't
Ellen's never been there.
I don't know an Ellen.
I don't know an Ellen either.
I know
I only
Elliot.
know Elliot.
I know Elliot. Don't know an
Ellen.
Ellen.
He or they is always been around as far as I can see from this.
Listen, if you if you popped your prick to her in that movie with Dwight Schrute from
Super. Yeah.
yeah.
She's hot in that.
She's hot, and she rapes Dwight.
He's hot. Yes.
Yeah, she rapes. What is his real name? It's not Dwight Schrute. It's
he always does movies like that too.
Yeah, but she raped him in it though, and it was like very sexy. Like I don't know. I don't know.
Then she becomes his sidekick or something, doesn't
right,
she? Yeah.
Right, yeah. I think I would have lost a batch or two myself to that one.
It's like, oh my God, yeah. But like I saw that and I was like, wait, what? And did she get? Did they get the surgery, or is it just like more of a? Because some people don't get the surgery.
I know that she's married to a woman, a very butch, unattractive gal.
Okay, looking at a bull dyke.
Your words, not mine. Yeah, but she's married. I don't know if her partner signed up for that.
Wait, signed up.
She came out as trans.
So wait, you think it might be mad because her partner might be mad? Like, oh wait, I signed up to be with a woman, and you're like.
Yeah, I just hope she doesn't try to have a deeper voice now or something like that. I mean, if she wants to just dress in boys'
hats.
clothes,
Well, that's what I see. It's just kind of tomboyish.
It's like whatever.
That's what I mean. Like I was curious if she got the surgery or not. Like if she was going to go for reassignment.
I think she'll probably keep that to herself. That's a big leap.
Yeah. Well, eventually, it's such a weird thing to go from like some people do full changes from their names, right? When they transition or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like it was Bruce Jenner, now it's Caitlyn. Caitlyn is such the opposite of Bruce.
Yes.
All she did was make her name take two letters out and put 2 letters in her name.
Bruce is an Olympian that was on a Wheaties box.
Bruce was an Olympian that was on a Wheaties box.
Caitlyn's
always been there though.
Some people's hero for being brave.
Landis is a big Caitlyn Jenner.
In the line of Fire, Clint Eastwood movie. In the Line of Fire.
You sound like Gene Hackman meandering in the birdcage right now. What the fuck's going on?
You can't handle the truth.
That's not even the same movie.
Gene Hackman.
That's Jack Nicholson.
Nope. Close enough.
Anyway, back to Elliot Page. Anyway, no, it's weird, but they changed everything, right? Didn't they go back to all of her credits, their credits, and change everything?
I didn't look for,
I didn't.
Whatever makes Elliot happy.
Did you watch Umbrella Academy?
Yeah. The first season, half of the second season.
It's kind of an X-Men ripoff.
And it's like the story. It's like, all right, guys, let's just, come on. Let's go.
Yeah, well, that's all. I mean, they're doing that's a lot of character development, particularly in that first season. It's
That's
like every episode is just one whole
It's like
episode.
I don't need to fall in love with each character.
But sometimes you do. I mean, I don't know. I feel like with a show like that, it's very hot and cold. Like you're either going to like it or you're not. I prefer shit like The Boys.
Yeah, like more fast paced.
I like
get
fast,
to it. Yeah,
not that I don't like a good slow burn, but there's a way to do that to reel somebody in.
Right.
I didn't I'm always because everybody loves stuff so much. I'm always like afraid of being like I don't like it, and everybody's going to yell at me because the nerd community is vicious.
Yes, they are. You don't want to get a whole lot of shit wrong.
No, you don't want to get shit wrong, and God forbid you like something that somebody else doesn't. They will tell you exactly why you personally suck.
But you know what the funny thing? Right before we in this second segment, full circle, we were talking about kids. Guess
The movie, yeah.
Is
Ellen Page in that?
No, Rosario Dawson is in it, I believe.
Yeah, okay.
And she's also in Mandalorian.
Yeah, dope ass episode
as Ahsoka Bataan.
So good. Did you watch like Rebels or any of that shit?
Yeah,
cool. So cool.
Yeah, and then they just had a spoiler alert for the last episode of Mandalorian if you didn't see it yet, but it was
it's fucking awesome.
They had a Boba Fett come back.
Yeah, in his glorious badass way too.
Yeah, and he would kill Mando if they fought on the head up.
You gonna say that?
Yeah, he was just frighteningly deadly.
Well, I remember thinking about that in Mando too. I think they would fight until both of them would die.
I mean, when he was killing stormtroopers, it was just like, wow.
Yeah, when he was like cracking them, even before he had the armor.
Even before he had the armor.
Exactly,
I feel he knows how to use his armor better than...
Mandalorian Steel, that whole thing to make it being like, it would take that's not going to crack like stormtroopers.
No, very true. I hear you on that. You're right. That armor is...
He's been swallowed and shit by a monster at this point, so I'm like, it would probably be a hell of a fight.
Yeah, he got hit a lot during, even in that, he got hit a lot. And
that was the whole thing. And glorious Boba Fett comes up, and the greatest reveal ever.
And you're just like, then he's like, you know what? I got to stick around to save the day.
Yeah, he's such like I love it. This show's like a fucking Western. It's so cool.
He's like, I know you made a promise, you keep it.
Yeah, he's like, I got a debt to pay.
Actually, we'll talk a little bit more Mandalorian on the third segment, but
I would like to say one thing about the Ellen Page thing that I found to be very funny.
Sure,
though.
go ahead.
I support it 100%, but again, I find it hilarious that there's like a lot of people right now that have come back and been like, but Juno, and just
it is what it is. Yeah,
that's what I mean.
Yeah, she was pregnant in Juno, so that's why they're like, but you.
That's what I mean, though. People are like, but Juno, and I'm like, that means fucking wait, it's a movie.
I just remember his name is Rainn Wilson. I remember when she when she was on top of Rainn Wilson, and she was like, she started fingering herself. She was like, oh, it's all gushy, and I was like, oh wow. Turn me on.
See, and now Elliot Page turns you on.
Yes.
Look at you.
All right, so this is the
good for you, Elliot Page.
The second.
What's your freak flag fry?
The second round knockout of Fairfax with Fairfax, and we'll see you for the third round shortly. Hey guys, it's your local neighborhood Fairfax here. And I got another great story for you that takes place in my hometown of Riverhead. This story happens to be from...
What we gonna do right here is go back. Way back. Back into time.
And that's where the story takes place at. Way back in time. And way back in time, there was a great little eatery in Riverhead called Friendly's. Now, Friendly's is still here today. But at the time, Friendly's had some loose management. I think everybody who went there knows what I mean, because everything that you would get at Friendly's looked delicious, but it would give you the spray shits 5 seconds after you ate it. I don't know if everybody else had the same story that I have from Friendly's, but at the time, it would send you howling to the bathroom with the bubble guts as you're twisting and turning, crossing your legs, trying to make it home before you lose yourself. And then their management got better, and the food is better now. I mean, I haven't had it in a while, but the last time I had it, it didn't send me crawling to the bathroom to relieve myself. So, yeah, that's my story about how Friendly's used to give me the shits my whole childhood, and now it no longer does. So that's another great fact with Fairfax. Over and out. And ladies and gents, we're back for the third and final installment of Fairfax with Fairfax. Joe Winchell, my guest once again.
This is nice. This is
sultry, soothing music to help cool your soul. I don't know if you've seen my resident mystic, O. He put out a couple of his
clips, right, from his show?
Healing clips out, and I don't know. I don't know what type of track he's going to see. If he's an interesting guy. I'm not really sure what type of traction that it will get. I don't know if people are looking for that type of help. He told me that if you ask him a question, he'll give you an answer. And that's
I mean, that's a pretty decent guarantee. I'll always answer you.
I will always answer you.
Would that be right? I'll always answer you.
He'll never leave you in the wind.
No.
He'll never leave you like, oh, I asked him a question and he just skated around and didn't really tell me anything. Like, nope. You will have a
clear answer?
A clear answer, a definitive answer for your question.
Whether it's the right answer, that's up for you to decide.
It's an answer.
Yeah, it's an answer.
What
we really want.
It's a solution to your problem in one way, shape, or form.
One solution. It's a road you can go down.
There's many roads in life.
Many roads. Sometimes you don't see him. He's here to help you see the roads clearly.
You ever look at a map?
No. It's hard. It's terrifying.
Roads everywhere. Roads as far as I can see.
I'm sorry. I botched that so bad. He looked at me dead in the eyes. It's hilarious. Oh, my God.
But
anyway, Elliot Page. Here's how...
No, what I was talking about was not even Elliot Page. It was I mean, she's fine. I mean, listen, Elliot can do whatever the hell he wants
Absolutely.
to do. I don't care one way or the other, honestly.
We're just making jokes.
Yeah,
here.
but I'm interested to see which way things go with the movies. If that's going to be just the wave of the future, or
like changing shit.
Or is it going to be like some home theater system, or should we invest in Bose systems again? You know what I mean? It's like I don't know.
Bose, there's a name I haven't heard in a long
time.
Bose
surround sound system.
That was all the rage.
Most TVs come with it anyway, but it's just like it's something to be said when it's like there's something about a great surround sound system when it is actually around you.
You get a sound bar and get like the same thing nowadays.
Yeah, I hear you.
But that's what I mean.
So last time we were together, we were talking about the monoliths. Yeah. And what did you hear?
Well, they just started popping up more too, right? That was one of the things I heard. They're just everywhere. But I heard the last thing that I read about it was somebody was basically theorizing that it was like a promotional thing, like it's meant.
I heard that some risque art group.
Okay, so this is going back to your Banksy theory from last episode.
Yeah. So I heard some risque art group has taken ownership of doing it, and supposedly they said, I mean, it sounds more like just a scam because
all of it though, every one of them.
Well, the whole thing, right? Yeah, that, and then they were like,
that's what. No, I'm not asking. I'm saying really every one of them from here to Utah.
Yeah, then they were like, if you want us to do another one, give us like $45,000.
No bullshit. See, you're asking for money at this point.
It was like, why? Who wants you to do it?
Yeah,
who?
Is that? Wait, no. I'm sorry. Is that what they thought was going to happen with this?
It was a weird flex. Yeah, it was.
But for them to be like, I know how we can make a lot of money. I'm going to go put up a bunch of rocks, real rocks, no, fake rocks.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like a steel. I mean, a monolith.
A monolith is a metal thing, yeah. But I can't believe that. Did you really think that you were going to be able to be like, this is what we're going to do? We're going to put up a bunch of steel beams. We're going to put little weird, maybe vague etchings on them, and then we're going to disappear them. Then we're going to then they're going to give us $50,000 to make these things.
It's an odd. You know what? You never know until you try.
It's not a commodity though. In no way. I mean,
there's a lot of things. I mean, Pokemon cards aren't a commodity, but they're selling for thousands of dollars.
Yeah, but what's the reason for this to be? What is their reasoning?
Something nobody's cool to look at. I don't know.
You would pay for this?
I mean, I don't like monoliths. I'm not a monolith guy.
You're saying you're not a monolith guy, but if you were a monolith guy,
if I enjoyed monoliths and I had $45,000 to burn. Call me. I'm going to call him up. Give me a monolith.
So you're saying there's probably some rich guys sitting back, being like, I've always been into monoliths. I've always wanted a monolith.
Depends on if you're a monolith guy or not.
I feel like somebody. I joke about it, but you're right. There's definitely going to be some guy in probably Oregon.
Well, I would enjoy, the statues that I enjoy.
Yeah.
So I would get a statue of myself.
Gold.
Well, it'd just be me in my best ideal shape.
How would you be standing? Would you be like superhero pose?
I would be mountain-esque. I don't know.
I feel like you're a good pointer. Maybe like this. Maybe some Stand By Me.
I guess it might look very Kennedy.
Wasn't he always sad looking in his statues though?
Kind of a JFK kind of a look.
So thoughtful. You want to be
yes.
You want to be oh, okay. So would you just have that in your backyard or in the front of your house?
As soon as you walk in, you would see it. As soon as you
So it'd be
walk,
the centerpiece to your like walk-in area.
Yes, as soon as you walk in the house, that would be the first thing that your eyes set up on. Yeah.
So as you come down your stairs on the right of the statue.
Yeah, because I almost want you to have to say something about it. I want to walk you in.
Oh, it's a conversation piece. I was just going to say.
You kind of like have to say something.
Oh, absolutely. What is this? Oh, that's is it gold? It's gold, right? Isn't it a gold statue?
No, I probably do like marble.
You do like marble? That what you have yourself etched in marble?
Yeah, etched in marble.
But with like features, like all the features perfect, right? You spent some money on this statue.
Yes, it would be me after. I probably get a little bit of work done if I could afford that. I probably get a little bit of work done.
To make it so you get a little facial, maybe a lift.
A little pop of the chin there, you know.
Keith, I just want to say I really admire the fact that you're not above getting a little work done.
No, Daddy's not above getting a little work done. You know, a little rhinoplasty. You know,
I have some friends that went and got not hair plugs, the actual transplants.
I'm not against getting a plugs.
I'm not
against
either.
a plug. You know, a plug, a rug.
Whatever works, man.
You know,
we said before, man. Let your freak flag fly. Whatever you're into, whatever. But yeah, they got
those
like the real.
Totally different things. You're talking about hair plugs. You're talking about freak flags. We're not on the same page on that one.
This leads me to my next topic. I'm promoting a @Zoom orgy and hosted by me. So
sounds like a very lonely circle jerk.
It's just my webcam. Anyway, if you want to send me if you want to buy me my Amazon wish list, here's the link.
That's the difference between men and women, is that like there's women out there with an Amazon wish list getting things on that list.
Dude, there's people who are making a lot of money right now, and not even. I used to joke like women showing their pussies. I've perused OnlyFans recently, and I'm like, some of this stuff's just tennis instructions. Legit, I'm dead ass. Like tennis pros, shit like that. Like not known people, but like I charge this. I do lessons. I do private lessons. You can message me. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, this is like more than just porn.
It's wild, and I respect it. I respect the hustle. You know, it's just we're the suckers paying for it.
Only like $3 a month. I mean,
$3 is $3. $3
is $3, but then we have 40 of them.
$3 is $3. We're talking about it.
Come on, man, and then I can subscribe whenever I want. It's I can stop whenever I want. It's fine.
Yeah, it's great.
I can see the neighbor's pussy on here. It's great.
The girl down the street, I can see a snatch.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting to meet somebody, and then all of a sudden be like, oh fuck. Yeah. That's Amanda. Like
it's the quiet one.
Or even worse, oh fuck, that's Mike. Like
right. There's weird like being on like Tinder or something like that. You'll go through and like all of a sudden it'll be like Scott.
OnlyFans link.
It'll be like a guy like Scott, like just like hey,
what's up?
Like he just be like. I always assume that it's one of his friends, hopefully like just spoofing him or something like that with these guys who just. I was like, wow, this is not a secret on here. Like people can
like they put his OnlyFans link on there.
No, not fucking OnlyFans. That they're just on Tinder looking for other men.
Looking for ass.
Yeah,
all their men. Oh,
yeah.
I've seen that too. I'm sorry, I misunderstood what you were saying. No, I've seen the random guy that pops up in the girls.
Right. It's just like,
and
hey,
I'm like,
Tim,
but here's the weird thing. Again, I don't give a fuck what you're into, but I said on my profile that I was like, I am here for women.
Right, and it's weird that they just randomly pop up. Like, I wonder what they had to put their criteria as to make them come up on a male side.
Like you could fool me. Like there's some good looking trans people out there. I will admit that I'm like that would fool me if unless I saw a dick, I would know that you. Yeah.
There's some. It's funny. There's some of it. It's like, oh, I'm a guy. That's a woman, so make sure that make sure you read the profile first.
Yeah,
it's
exactly. Like, honestly, they're always very like. There's never a trick. Yeah, I guess the gay guys are being a little more shiftier because the trans community is always very open. Like, this is who I am. This is what if you're into that, click yes. If not, then I'll see you later.
And then on top of that, it's funny. A friend of mine was like, when he does dating apps, that he swipes right on everything.
I got a friend who does that too. My friend Bert does that.
That's wild.
Bert's a nickname, so it's cool. But like we were in Georgia. We were at a bachelor party in Georgia, and then
You're inviting a lot of errand messages, though. Like a lot of messages that
I guess you could just ignore them, though, right?
Yeah, but it's just like I wouldn't even want the anxiety of like,
who do I pick?
No, not even that. Just like you might run into that person in real life.
Oh, absolutely. If
you
you're
know what I
going
mean?
yes on every, like
Yeah.
he did this in front of me, like if you were doing the make it rain,
Yeah.
except he was making it swipe.
I was like, wow. I was like, I
What
can't
did you do that for?
Yeah, I was like, that person's gonna hit you up, and then you just. I mean, I feel like it's rude. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't like just.
Yeah. See, you're like me. You got a little bit of a conscience when
I
it
was
comes
like, I
to it
don't know. I
sometimes.
don't like doing that.
Because I don't ever want to make anybody feel like shit. I mean that.
But then it's funny. And then I looked in his. And he was like, "Oh, I read him sometimes." I was like, "Oh, he has a lot of." They hit him back because he's swiped yes on everything. But there's also like 5 or 6 trannies in there that are like, hey, what's up? Like very aggressive. Like, hey, what's up? What are you doing? Late. It's late thinking about you. You know what I mean? Like they kind of go in a little bit. It's like
I got my gray sweatpants on. What are you doing?
Yeah, because they're guys being horny guys. You know, it's funny.
Hey, like it's fucking like it's hey, what are you doing? What are you doing?
It's crazy.
It's true. I didn't even think of it like that. They probably hit other women up or other men up like guys. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna have a female host for another show probably, or maybe a segment on my show. But it's gonna be a new show or segment called "It Goes Down in the DM," and hopefully I'll have a female lead on that.
Actually, it's funny you say that. I almost forgot I was going to share this, but a friend of mine had a very interesting DM, and she sent it to me.
Ooh,
I'm not gonna
do tell.
I'm just gonna read the DM because this is fantastic.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Where is it? There we go. All right. So this is her DM. This is on her dating app. I will say this guy comes in is this name that it just says Justin. Okay, this guy's just named Justin. He's 39. Just joined, and he says, "I'm so sorry. I'm downing hard. Would you be able to help me find some rock? Just a hole. How much for half zip? If you can find someone for me, you can take the half. I'll do anything." Man's asking for crack. She just
aggressive.
goes, "If you want to talk," she goes, "This was this morning on my phone."
Yeah, but a crackhead's desperation is, he'll trade sex for crack. I mean, that's crack addiction.
Well, he never outrightly says it.
No, but I'm just saying, though, so, I mean, there's no low. That they don't have a low.
I mean, the low is asking for crack. Isn't
That's
that
what
the
I'm saying.
low?
You're already at the bottom.
That's right. Yeah,
so
you're right.
So that never surprises me when they're like what a crackhead saying they're willing. Like if they was saying they were willing to do that for like weed or something like mushrooms or something like that, I'd be like, wow, that's a pretty wild
crack's
route.
not trendy like meth, so
Right, exactly.
Man, I just couldn't imagine. Like, I guess you do have to be pretty desperate. It's like I know how I'm going to score some rock. I'm going to go on my dating app and hit up every. Like you probably sent that message to like 30 people.
You take enough swings, I bet you he probably found his Huckleberry.
I'm going to guarantee he got crack.
Yeah,
I mean,
somebody sent him something like, oh, all right, I'm easy come up and I'll make a couple bucks, give me some crack.
Yeah.
Yada yada yada.
All of a sudden you're like, you know what? Tyler's still got a couple. I know he still has got some fucking cells. I'll go ask him. All right, fine. Yeah. I'll help you out.
Yeah, gotcha.
That's fucking exactly what it is, man. They fucking keep. But if you put enough shit out, I mean, I guess that's the mentality of the swiping.
Yeah, that is also too right.
That's
it's
the
just
exact
that you put
mentality
enough
of
out
swiping.
there,
Someone's
you'll get
bound to
back.
hit me up.
Yeah. They say a crack in a hand is worth 2 in the feather.
This has been a great episode of Fairfax with Keith Fairfax. I'm going to sign off now. This is now Just Facts with Joe.
Kind of went in on a high note, but they can't all be winners.
Let's talk more about crack. We can end on a high note.
We'll play some more of the smooth tunes on our way out.
This was fun, man.
Actually, I think I got
What you got? You got a show coming up?
12/19 as a Saturday. I believe I have a show coming up. I cannot name the venue. I probably can next week. I can't this week just because I got to make sure everything's on the up and up. I don't know what.
Yeah.
Who knows what the rules are? Come Monday, Cuomo might put us on.
It's coming for the axe.
Stage 5.
I got a couple friends already.
Jeez.
Already in fucking. They're like, I'm not leaving, and I'm like, we don't even know what's happening yet. They're like, I've already been in the house for 3 weeks.
You know what I looked at? I was on Tim Dillon's Twitter, and he put up a list of every restaurant that had to close down permanently due to COVID restrictions.
How many?
I mean, there's just like I had like been to a couple of these restaurants, and I just like It was so many of them. Like when you see the names, you're like, wow, these restaurants are never coming back ever again. Like they had to like
shit.
Like that's it.
I don't want to look at that because
yeah,
I
it's
spent
like sad.
I spent a lot of time, particularly in Manhattan, and I've eaten at a lot of places that I consider like awesome and. Like I feel like everybody. I feel like you're like me. You have like that restaurant in the back of your pocket that your buddy comes in. You're like, we'll take you to this
gotta
place.
go here.
We gotta go here because you know the food's good. You know it's a fun time. You know like there's fucking like sexy people around.
Yeah, if you're just getting off a plane and you have like I know like a lot of places don't have delis. I'm like, oh, let's go to Cats.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Is
That's
Cats
not,
closed?
No, that's not one of them. I don't know why I said that.
Oh God, don't do that. I've actually eaten there. It's amazing.
Yeah, no, that's not. They're not closing.
Fuck off. Fuck you, Keith.
I would just say that's, for example, where I would take it.
Exactly.
I was like, let's have a great deli sandwich. Like,
exactly. Oh man, I'm gonna look at this list now and be sad. I'm gonna text you later, like, fuck you. Like,
and I also think it's silly to call I don't like calling anything a hoagie.
A hoagie. That's
like
a Philly thing.
Yeah,
right?
I don't like the term. I don't like it. It sounds dirty.
I didn't know that there was a difference between a sub sandwich and a hoagie for the longest time. It's the same fucking thing.
I'm just finding out now. I thought it was just different names in different places.
Didn't know. It was like, it's a hell of a hoagie. I'm like, but what is this? It's a sub sandwich. I'm like, well, what the hell is that? It's a hoagie, but it's the same thing.
Yeah, I don't like it. Anyway.
Where did that term come from? Hoagie sounds like something you get stuck in your ass when you have fucking diarrhea.
Sure, that too.
Something that you pull. I pulled my hoagie.
All right, so this is the final.
What are you doing? I'm pulling on my hoagie, Mom. Don't come in.
She's like, I know what you mean. Hurry it up.
Fucking, that's a Philly thing. No wonder I hate it.
Not on your school clothes, okay?
Sorry, dude. Signing off?
Signing off. Episode.
We were ending on a high note. You wanted a high note. We got the high note. Fuck hoagies.
Episode 11, Fairfax or Fairfax. I should start thinking of a title before I say the episode, so that I can say the title of the episode in the episode. We'll call this one Movies with Rudy Giuliani. Rudy's Movies with Rudy.
Rudy's Movies?
Yeah, Rudy's Movies.
Rudy's Movies.
We call it Rudy's Movies.
Rudy's Movies starring Rudy Giuliani.
Rudy's Movies with Smoothies.
That's what it is. That's it. Rudy's Movies with Smoothies. That's the most amazing title ever.
All right. Everybody
Thanks for having me on, man.
Everybody have a good weekend. So you get this on Friday. So everybody have a good weekend, and we will see you soon.
Subscribe.